All right, so I'm not going to spin up the other one until the time, I guess. And I got my this little computer that computer thing built. Were you? Did I tell you about that?
What?
Um, on Friday's show, you weren't. You guys were just in for a little bit, and then you guys all bailed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, anyway, I was talking about. I guess it was with Phoenix. After you guys left, I got lonely and invited everybody in the chat to the video. And oh, the only person who took me up on it, of course, was Phoenix. But he was pretty good. We had a good conversation, and I was talking about that what I just got delivered that day, which was my Pine 64, which was a single board computer. You know how Brantley talks about his Raspberry Pi, and I talk about my Odroid C2, my one
Yeah.
that he doesn't like. But anyway, I got a third one, and it's a little bit different than the others. The others are actually both the exact same dimensions size-wise. They pretty much are designed to be interchangeable in the case design and stuff that they can use. But this one is a completely a different one, and it's actually much larger, um, considerably larger in size. Um, there's two camps on that. Initially, that sounds bad. Oh, it's larger. Why does it need to be larger? If it could be smaller. But then there's the other side of it. A large reason why these boards have been so popular in recent years is because they're used as components of larger projects. And again, size is of course important for that integration aspect as well. However, they're also designed to be wired into other things, and so you're interacting. You may have to interact by plugging in cables to headers and on all sorts of things with it. And the smaller, of course, that it is, the harder it is to interact with some of those. Might make it, harder to interact with those components. So for people with big hands, maybe this board design might be a little bit better. And then there's the other argument that it does appear to have at least some additional functionality integrated onto it that some of the other ones do not. And of course, additional functionality, you know, ultimately relates to the size of it. Um, but I don't know if it's significant enough to account for all of the additional space. The only bad part about it, though, is, I mean, it's still rather small, but the only bad part, I guess, about it is that it does require a new case design, and so I wasn't able to locate a prefabbed case for it. So what I had to do was find what I think is just some guy that's really good at milling acrylic, um, and he built a case for this, and but it's not like a prefabbed one. It's just he prints it, he whatever does all the pieces and sends them to you with some screws. So I got basically a little packet with all these little pieces in it and screws and no instructions whatsoever. Um, and and it's not just a couple of pieces. It's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight pieces and about 10 screws maybe. Um, and all the pieces theoretically, they're clear, and there's not always a good indication of what's the front and what's the back of one. And so even just orientation wise, it's a little bit weird. I think that's the 8 o'clock alarm, so I got to start YouTube as well. And then let me check the streams. Oh, is anybody in the chat? Okay. And I'm picking. Oh, somebody didn't set up the show. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do we have no show for today set up?
Uh-oh. Um, um, Johnny, how to set up show. No show listed for Monday or any day on YouTube. Um, so, um, hi guys. Let's see. I think Twitch is up. Oh, Glenn, yes, Glenn. Thank you so much. Um, not sure what was I talking about I don't remember what I was talking about just a minute ago. Kind of got distracted when I noticed the time was 8 o'clock. At any rate, welcome one and all. We got quite a few people in with us, Shuk, Ryan, Glenn, and the Futures, or some of the Futures crew. Eric, at least, is here. Filthax, DG, Murdoch the Third is also in there. Thank you all for joining us. We're primarily here to support our software at foolishit.com. So check us out there, and if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt, and don't just feel free. We demand actually that you interrupt us. Don't worry. We're just going to be talking about tech otherwise, but we'd much rather discuss and assist any of our users out there. You can join us in on the IRC chat at foolishit.com/live or foolishtechshow.com. I'm here currently with Tank. I'm not sure where the rest of our crew is. Some were traveling and some may or may not still be at the beach. But I guess I'll get us started here for the Monday. My apologies about the YouTube not being available today. It would appear that there wasn't an actual, I guess, video scheduled, and I really don't handle that. I'm not really sure how that happens and what account I need to have logged in to make that work. But the Twitch stream should be working, so if anybody's on our, well, you wouldn't be hearing me anyway, so you're either hearing us or not. I'll I know I'm losing. I'm sorry, it's a little early for me. So I have a medical emergency this morning. It looks like when I was barred by that stingray a week ago, that it did not fully um, heal, I guess, or it did close up, but apparently there was a little bit of infection brewing. So I don't know if you guys can see too well there, and maybe I shouldn't get too close, but it's getting to look kind of nasty, and there's some red streaking up my finger a little bit, and it doesn't feel too good either. So I'm probably gonna have to, after the show, of course, we'll stay here. But after the show, I'm probably gonna have to run up to an urgent care facility to um, to get some antibiotics and possibly
And what
uh,
did we learn
get it
from all this, Michael?
treated. Well, that all cuts need to be well cleaned and taken care of.
And stingrays are not toys.
And they're not toys, and you shouldn't actively go out trying to grab their tails. And yeah, anyway, I just don't want to lose. They say life or limb. This would be the limb category, I suppose. But it's just a bit,
Better
as
safe than sorry.
most people do, and it would affect my life dramatically. So yeah, I'm worried about it. I'm going to get that repaired at a service shop as soon as I can. And Glenn points out that stingrays do in fact kill. Shoot gives a shout out to Ryan. Um, Ryan, yeah, I can't recall the last time I remember seeing you in here, but good of you to join us again. Um, what to talk about today? Well, interestingly, on Friday I got delivered, and I don't know if anybody was listening in then, but I got delivered my Pine 64. Now, I don't know if you guys recall, but um, I have been a big fan of single board computers for a while. Brantley got me turned on to them initially with the Pi. I purchased a Pi 2, and then went on to purchase an Odroid C2, and now finally a Pine 64, A64 Plus. Yeah, I want to get you guys a link, I guess, to it. Where is my chat? My apologies, everyone. But so I got in on this. It's really inexpensive. It's $15 for the 512 meg version of it, and they have 1 gig and 2 gig versions. It does in the 1 and 2 gig versions. It has gigabit Ethernet, and they have a whole slew of interfaces. It's got a Pi expansion bus and a Euler expansion bus. Anyway, it's an interesting niche product, and I look forward to working with it quite a bit. I've already got it up and running. I've got a Debian distribution on it, and everything seems well. And just as a proof of concept and a matter of principle, I would say, I was concerned that all the projects being out there are backed by the Raspberry Pi Foundation. Now, nothing wrong with that. The Raspberry Pi organization, whatever, those guys, great guys, love it. No complaints, really. However, most of these projects do not depend on that specific hardware. They do depend upon some sort of single board computer, but they don't depend upon that specific hardware. And so I tried to do the Pi-hole project, which is at pi-hole.net, and I was successfully able to get it up and running completely just on the Pine 64 platform by um, by basically just having to the only one catch gotcha was that it was lacking one package, whiptail, and I just had to install that package. I guess it's not included in the distribution that I
Michael,
had.
there's a CP question in the chat.
Oh, is there? Oh, yes, Eric, I'm sorry I missed it. After updating to version 4.7? What version were you on previously, Eric? Because 4.7 is the newest release, and it's been out for a little while. 4.7.21, I believe. Oh no, 7.4. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. It's 7.4.21.
Never.
You said version 4.7.
Okay.
So can you clarify on that, Eric, for me?
I guess our audio is working.
Good morning.
Looks like it's actually two boards, Ryan. Oh yeah, the Pine 64. It's not specifically two boards, but there's a little daughter board that has the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth functionality on it. And in case, oh, you updated from 7.3.5. Okay. Let's see. So what I would do is open up CryptoPrevent and then go to the advanced interface menu and do an undo or even an undo all. The undo all, the only difference really should be removing the whitelist. When you do that, it should remove any software restriction policies, and it should ask you to reboot, and then after that you shouldn't find those problems. Have you attempted to do that already? And now the interesting thing is that debug will actually do something similar to what CryptoPrevent does. Just make sure that you didn't do anything with debug accidentally, possibly. But let's see. Cut the blue wire. Well, I couldn't do that originally. Features Tech Error says he couldn't do that originally. Group policy prevented me from opening almost anything from CryptoPrevent. CryptoPrevent would never prevent CryptoPrevent from opening.
You could add your own blacklist.
Oh, how would that? I don't think he would have done that, but that's okay, a possibility. So I guess the worst case, let's see, can you open up regedit? Let's see, you could do an offline registry edit, which would resolve the situation. The CryptoPrevent stuff is kept, let me see if I can show you the registry location. Where is it?
HQ, local machine,
Policy,
software.
yeah.
Oh, I like that better.
Microsoft. I just wanted to get the where am I? Software, Microsoft, Windows.
That's great. Yes.
Oh, you got it for me?
Oh, no, not yet.
No one got anything for you.
Okay. Thanks for all the help. Anyway, but
Good morning, by the way.
Good morning, guys. Let's see. Okay, if there are 5 users on a PCP, will need to be run for each user, correct? No, shoot, that's not correct. These are machine level policies, so CryptoPrevent does not have to apply policies for each user. It's simply any user with administrative rights or any is elevated and can write to the registry, basically, it will apply to all users. And he has pictures of a block in D7.2 as well. Okay, Eric, so basically, like I said, the approach would be to edit the registry to fix this problem. You should be able to do that, even in the worst case, in potentially doing an offline instance of that. But you'll have to. Windows is enforcing those policies, so I'm just trying to figure out what it would appear that there would have to be a custom blacklist, as there's no default policy that would ever block the type of things that you're discussing there, Eric. So there would probably have to be a customized blacklist of some sort or some problem there, and we just have to undo that. Safe mode shouldn't. Does that not get enforced in safe mode? Oh, safe mode should.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So I fixed it by going into safe mode, uninstalling CryptoPrevent, and reinstalling the old bulk config I originally set up to wipe out that pooch settings. I don't know why safe mode would have fixed it for you, though, Eric. I'm not really sure why that would have done anything different.
If safe mode did it different, then that means that it wasn't CryptoPrevent.
Yeah, so something else.
But if you removed it, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Now, uninstalling CryptoPrevent would remove the policies.
Only the ones made by CryptoPrevent.
Yeah.
Not all.
Well, no, it does remove all the policies by that safer section.
It shouldn't. It should only remove the ones that are labeled that CryptoPrevent creates. Unless your beta is doing something. That's what we're talking about, is version 7, right?
Yeah, he's talking about version 7.
No, I thought it deletes everything and then you allow group policies to repush it if it's using it.
It better not. Might have used to.
Shook has got to
Yeah.
run to jury duty. It looks like everybody's been having to do jury duty recently.
Mm.
Well, I commend you on your participation in that civil duty there. Good luck to you. I prefer to get chosen, actually. I like to participate. I haven't truly gotten that opportunity to deliberate yet, but Shook, if that happens for you, I wish you all the best.
I wonder why can't you volunteer for that?
I think you should be able to actively volunteer for it, but
I would like to judge people's lives.
yeah, I think there could be problems
Yeah,
with
you
that
would.
too. But let's see. I couldn't get
Send him to
access
the
to
gas
Red Data. It was
chamber.
blocked by group policy. Now I'm thinking that it may have been corrupted when I removed Win10 upgrade package that was sitting in the background. Yeah, Eric, something else was definitely going on there. Like I said, some of the information that you posted there is just completely inconsistent with CryptoPrevent's activity, particularly if you didn't directly manipulate the blacklist in any way. And Brantley posted the registry locations where the policies are placed. Thank you for that. So he's back to version 7.3.21. So Futures Tech Eric, please go ahead and just upgrade for us right now, and let's see what happens. Because there's nothing in the upgrade that I'm aware of, and this should cause the problems that you identified. Of course, maybe I should ask you what this machine is used for, and if this is cooling a nuclear reactor, maybe we should proceed with a little bit more caution. So interesting about Eric. God bless you, Eric. Though we do love the fact that you keep us chatting about our software. Let's see. I can't right now. The machine I'm talking about is in use by the client. Understandable. Well, like I said, the solution for the removal of the policies is straightforward by removing those entries in the registry and rebooting. If worst case scenario, you could always do that to completely revert it. But I would think, unless there's something else inherently wrong or going wrong with that machine, and nothing about the upgrade from 7.3. Oh wow, was it actually 7.3.21 to 7.4.21? That's kind of unique that we did the same number of versions in 7.3 and 7.4.
It's funny how that sequential thing happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole numbers being sequential like that, and you do enough of them, and
Eric, you'll see those errors you see in the event log are for the service starting and stopping unexpectedly.
The email. That's just for email notifications. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can turn that off if you want. You can turn off email notifications if you truly want to get those to stop. But it actually doesn't even affect email notifications. They still will work, as I'm sure you've noticed. And it won't miss a beat. Basically, it'll just restart and continue back where it left off.
wow, finally, fun.
That issue has been resolved in version 8, by the way, too. Please keep us posted on that, Eric. This sounds interesting, and it's been a while since I've done troubleshooting on 7.3. So yeah, let me know what happens when you try to do the upgrade again. And how about this, Eric? Why are you still using an old? We need to get you a new one built that delivers the newest version to you instead of 7.3. So you could just reinstall it, completely remove it and reinstall it with your new bulk installer. But that begs another question. When did you guys buy CryptoPrevent that you got version 7.3?
Before 7.4 came out.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good timing.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know we were involved with you at that point in time.
There you go, making assumptions again, Michael. There's no evidence or basis.
Okay. But yeah, let's definitely actually, Eric, if you could just submit for a new installer, open up the tool if you need to download it again. In fact, yeah, download the new tool from the Purchase Center again. I'll get you a link for that. Where's my links? There we go. Purchase Center. Bulk resale Purchase Center. Here we go. So, oh, wrong window. So there is the link for that. You want to go there. You'll log in if you aren't already logged in with your DMZ account. After you log in, there'll be two tools that you'll see there: a configurator or bulk configurator tool, and also a license check tool. Download the bulk configurator tool again, extract it to an empty folder, and then launch it and use it to submit your settings to us. There's a submit menu choice. I don't know if you've used it in a while, but once you submit those settings, we'll just build you a new installer with the new version. Let's see. But mine is like 3 or 4, or is it 2 or 1 or so updates? So yeah. So Glenn, same for you. We'll be happy to throw you a new installer to get you on the new version. So just
I thought Glenn was on the white label. He should be able to update his own.
Oh, yeah, Glenn. Anybody out there with the white label can build their own installers. And if that's the case, I'll get you the link to download the white label.
He may have one of those that he sent to us to digitally sign, for user account control. Because that might be.
For Eric's question, correct that you'll still be using the same license keys. You don't need to repay. You could if you wanted to. We're not going to stop you from that. But.
What is the download?
What is the download?
I got it. Oh, I was putting an underscore where that shouldn't have been. So that should be the right link for that. All right, so that's the link for the white label.
Well, no, Eric, I don't want you to buy new keys yet. I want you to repay for the old ones as you suggested. That's much more preferred. But you don't need to. I want to stress that. You don't need to. Just do that if you want to.
Yeah, and a key is a key is a key. The keys don't have version numbers, by the way, Eric. So... Okay, so at any rate, that should get both of you resolved. If Glenn, you do have the issue of us having done something special for you, building an installer, just let us know and we'll be happy to address that. You can always, just a reminder to everyone out there, you can always get a ticket sent to put in our ticket system, or communicate with us and get it logged properly by sending an email to sales or support@foolishit.com. So please do that. Let's see if you... Proctor looks funny with the beach scene on his chest. Yes, he does look kind of funny.
Don't like my new shirt?
Well, I believe that there is some issue with the green screen and your shirt in some manner.
What? Huh?
Little Sandy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's not an issue. That's the fact that you... Why are you talking? What's your problem?
I had a number 2, but I can't remember.
You did number 2. Don't talk about that.
What? Okay, I'm totally...
If you can't remember those, you might want to see a doctor.
I'm totally lost. Well, so to remind everyone, I am going to the doctor. I don't
can
think everyone
remember
heard
mine.
this.
I have a.
Did you guys hear this?
I have a golf ball size hemorrhoid.
Okay, my finger is infected from this stingray, and I've got to go to urgent care after the show because it's
God.
starting to run red up.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's starting to run red up my
That's because
finger,
you-
and it's and
Show everyone.
Went to the
Here's-
doctor the next day.
Show everyone, because Johnny didn't see it either, so she wants to see it later.
well, yeah, but it's
Can I pull your finger?
No.
Stingray did.
Look, if it was any other finger but my index. If it's any, oh my lord. Oh.
That's his point and pet key.
Well, I mean, sort of, yes. Oh lord, what?
Yeah, I can't type that fast.
Michael's typing with his right middle finger right now.
You should have put the. They said to, you put vinegar in the hot water or Dawn detergent or something. No one wanted to listen to nothing. You just stuck it in hot water for 5 seconds. It felt better, and you went on about your day.
Yeah, it was my fault.
Yeah,
Well, it is for grabbing the stingray. Just get away!
that's true. That's true. They're grabbing
Although
I helped
will
save
say
that
to
stingray's
Michael's defense
life.
on that one, that we did go get your hand out of that hot water. We're hungry and going to eat.
Okay, well, it's your fault. Deal with it.
But then again, we didn't try to play with a stingray like it was a toy.
You could have taken
I
some
went for ice cream, not food.
On a slightly better note, it looks like less people are dying and they're living longer, generally speaking. I thought this was rather contradictory to something.
Was it last
I
week?
know, it wasn't that long where
we
we were.
posted that article
I
that said
know.
more people were dying for every reason in every way.
I know, and I wanna try to understand how they're coming up with such contradictory studies like
Because you
this.
keep listening to them. That's why.
Yeah. That topic right off the bat doesn't sound like it has a lot of data behind it.
No, anything the media comes out with is an issue, really, for me. Anything that has a study in it also is an issue for me. And lumping a lot of things together under, big single topics, broad range of stuff, it's an issue for me. Actually, yeah.
That's true because studies are always done by people who are trying to prove their own point.
Yeah, that's that's why there's supposed to be something called peer review, but that doesn't happen much anymore.
Who, what? But
Now,
when all
peer
the
review is other
saying
people
the
doing the
same
same study, other people doing the same study that don't have a vested interest in
right,
it.
but they all do.
No, so
Why
somebody
they're
comes
just
along
being-
saying they want this to be the case, so they do a study that proves it, and then the other person comes along and said, "Oh, well, I'm not interested in this, but I'm going to do the same study and see if I get your answers." And that should remove, if that's done on even just a few cases, that should remove
Yeah,
bias.
but when they're all trying to prove the same thing, or no one's objective about it, or people use the other. Why are we talking about this? Your fantasy world.
So,
Oh,
apparently Hostess was able to save Twinkies by firing 94% of their workforce.
I'm good.
Haichu?
No thanks.
Haichu.
Excuse me, but yeah, so Hostess made some drastic cuts, and they're going public. I love how companies are always praised for firing 94% of their staff. They're doing so well, they're going to be listed as public and trade for $2.3 billion on Wall Street. Such a successful company. You'd think they'd be able to employ some people.
I have some less depressing news. This is what happens when you fill a balloon with liquid nitrogen. That's
Thank you,
fun.
because I couldn't figure out what Michael was talking about from the link. Move on there.
Yeah, that's a good link. It was fun. So, Preacher has gotten much, much better now.
Really? I haven't watched it.
It makes a lot of sense, but they just go ahead and spoil it for me and spoil it for everyone out there on the internet. Cassidy doesn't die, right?
Right.
Okay, good.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
Well, Preacher,
I don't know.
the
No.
last episode, Preacher just left.
I mean,
the last episode,
Yeah,
all we know is Preacher left him to burn.
oh gosh, yeah, and he's really mad about that a little bit later when he comes.
I can imagine he would be mad
When he
about
said, "Does he die?" I was trying to think, does he die like in the end of? But that would be like 2 years of TV shows from now at least, and I don't really remember. I don't think he ever did though. But yeah, no, he doesn't. No, and he's very mad about it later, and he gets with Jesse's girlfriend, and there's all kind of crap going on there.
Oh yeah, he already got with Jesse's girlfriend.
Oh, so I haven't watched that far. But I need to.
It's gotten to the point now where it actually makes some sense. So.
Apparently, everyone, like it wasn't a big surprise, but it looks like the Ghostbusters new movie is a bust.
Why would it not be? The guy just beside me just is it out? So why would it not be? But yeah, I saw the posters for it, I think, and we went to find Dory, and we just found posters for the Ghostbusters movie. Really? They're doing a Ghostbusters movie?
All I care about movie-wise is Suicide Squad. That's gonna be awesome.
What's that?
You don't know what Suicide Squad is? It's got Will Smith in it.
Okay, is he still working? I guess.
He just won some like Oscars or something for.
Oh, Brantley, did you hear about that?
Independence Day?
The 4-year rule? They just
No, for Concussion. It's a movie I came out with last year.
Well,
About
I didn't know if the
Yeah,
Fresh
about
Prince of Bel Air
boxing.
was coming back on, or
about football players.
Oh no, not boxing. Yeah, football players. You're right. I'm sorry, my mistake.
There's one of the trailers for Suicide Squad. That movie is going to be amazing.
Brantley, what's up with this 4-year rule? I didn't realize this. This happens every 4 years that Bitcoin halves and returns. Halves and return. Okay, well, they just halved again. So.
Oh, it just halved?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's instead of 25 Bitcoins for grabs globally every 10 minutes, there's now only 12.5 every 10 minutes.
Well, it's
because it's
every time someone solves a block. Yeah, it doesn't come out till August 5th either. So
Yeah.
it looks like it might be good until I saw the DC Comics thing on it.
Oh no, dude, it's still gonna
get over it, I guess.
Still gonna be good.
They can probably make it good.
It's a movie for the bad guys. So. All right. Well, right now Bitcoin is at $650 US. So.
Dang.
Let's see if that increases.
Really?
Why is this a news story today? This has been known for years.
It went all the way up to 7-something, but it's gone down over the past week.
This has been known for years. I don't understand why they're putting this up as if this just occurred. But yeah, astronauts have always had long. If you spend a lot of time in space, you have problems that you develop problems with your eyes. Now they don't like to advertise this, of course. Having astronauts go blind or whatever isn't exactly great for NASA's PR campaigns. But they've known about this for quite some time, and I'm surprised that why this is just now getting attention. Um, hmm. Yeah, so basically in 6 months, in 2005, they looked at this guy, and in 6 months his vision went from 2020 to 2100, just from being in space. But and it has something to do with the fluid in the eye and zero gravity and all that stuff, so or low gravity.
That's exactly right, Glenn. That's why it came up just now, is because it's a slow news day.
And there's a slow news day. They're posting a news story about the 2016 sales being down compared to 2015. 2016, last I checked, is not up. In fact, we're just over
His eyes got
slightly
flat.
over halfway through. And they're talking
Stretch
about
marks.
that digital music downloads are down. I mean, what happens if there's a landslide in the last half of the year? I mean,
Yeah,
this story's going to be
maybe-
basically blatantly lie.
Maybe good music is down from last year.
I mean,
And
unless they're
Good
comparing the
music is
exact
down
same
from a
time,
long time ago.
unless they're not talking about good music, they're just talking about sales, digital sales. So the question is, why are they just blatantly, news is not news anymore. News is just lies. I mean, this is crazy.
Oh man,
What have you
Michael's finally coming to the realization we're getting to watch it live.
Look. These are these the only true real things
Michael's
that we can
epiphany.
depend on? So I know this is real because I watched the video of him getting his blood drawn. But
I know this is real because I watched the video.
no,
True
of him
word.
getting his blood drawn. But you know, Richard getting his blood drawn. But I mean, is that the only thing of substance? Is stories like that now online? The rest is all crap.
Wait, can I understand just
If you've got a
as he's
Surface
selling
and
his blood?
yeah, if you've got a Surface too, make sure you get the new build. It's an insider build, so but it'll improve your battery life apparently. And there's all the other improvements.
I thought it was because he needed money when you were talking about this, and it's just because he thinks he's famous.
Michael, why don't you get him the direct link for the bulk configurator?
He was
Oh,
a developer of Ultimate.
Sure. There is no direct link for the bulk configurator, is there?
If not, Futures, I'll set up your DMZ account for it in a second.
It's because he needs money and he thinks he's famous.
Yeah, there's no direct. I can do it.
I'm already in the.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Oh, wow. Nice guy.
Yeah, apparently all those great trade agreements we're getting ourselves into has basically created a whole lot of counterfeit Chinese products, further devaluing things that may, well, probably unlikely, but could be made in the U.S. still. Um, let's see. There's a CNBC article covering that.
Oh yeah, weren't you talking about that yesterday, day before Brantley, or when last time he was here, about the Alibaba guy
Oh yeah, I said that he's trying to get rid of that issue. So
Mm. Good luck. I mean,
hey, Futures Tech Eric, can you send me the username in a PM?
that's like a major part of China's economy.
Fake Alibaba stuff. It is.
Well, fake anything, just knockoffs of anything, I guess, being sold anywhere. I thought was this thing. Wasn't like Walmart and places getting knockoffs for a while, from them by accident or something, supposedly.
Yeah.
Some major retailers.
Yeah, Cisco was getting knockoffs of their routers from
Family
them.
Dollar.
Mm.
Well, not Cisco themselves, but people buying Cisco stuff was getting Chinese parts.
The e-cig market, I'm sure, is. But how can you knock off something that's it's still quote unquote generic anyway? I guess it's like one Chinese company knocking off another, and both with Shenzhen in the name.
No, Eric, the foolishit.com passwords and DMZ passwords are completely separate from your dcloud passwords. So if we reset or you reset that, it will not change your dcloud one. We are the only ones that can change your dcloud for you.
Well, the old ones weren't. It is now. Right.
No, if they use the reset password to reset their DMZ.
Oh yeah, for the DMZ, yeah. The password. The passwords. Well, I just wanted to clarify, at least now, and for new subscribers in the last year or two, it's been the same username and password, but they are still separate credentials and separate systems. So.
Let's see. Did I don't know if you guys
Brian, have to
saw this, but basically it looks like there's 4 terabyte SSD now. Consumer level SSD. 4 terabytes. I didn't realize we had gotten up that high.
You're holding
just
that
yet.
coffee like there's something in it.
Oh, there's a little bit in it.
I know it's not hot enough to me. Shall I just mute this and we'll go get some coffee?
Yeah, go do that.
Yeah, we shall. And when we come back, we're firing you.
There's currently the update for DSS, Ryan, is that we are working on it with CryptoPrevent integration. So once 8 comes out, we'll be able to focus more on DSS and updating that.
Oh, this is horrible. Okay, so that apparently this Pokemon Go craze, apparently Nintendo did rather well with their launch, and a lot of people playing this Pokemon Go game.
Ton of people are playing it.
Yeah, and
Level 13 already.
wow. Okay, so they've funny. They get success when they decide to not do anything with consoles. That's kind of funny. But so yeah. So armed criminals are basically using this game to locate the kids or other people playing. That's
You can't locate other people
I
playing.
know, but they're going to the same, you know what I mean, in any sort of
Areas.
social app, they're gonna know that if there's something big in the game, that people are gonna be there. I just, oh, jeez, that's a thing. I mean, Nintendo has done pretty well up till now of putting out, keeping a.
I don't know if it's Nintendo. I think Pokemon is its own.
Oh, is it not Nintendo doing this?
Well, Pokemon is its own company.
No, I got you, but I thought this benefited Nintendo in some way.
It may be owned by Nintendo, but Pokemon I know is its own company. But that's the same thing with Niantic. Niantic is not its own. Well, it's its own company, but it's owned by Google, actually. And Ryan, I posted the link for CryptoPrevent Beta, and that's where we're at right now. So if you wanted to test out version 8 and try it out, I will probably have a new release coming out here soon that adds and fixes a bunch of issues. So look forward to that. And it should automatically upgrade if you're using that version 8 beta.
And Nintendo has a copyright on Pokemon. One of 3 people that do. Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures apparently all have copyrights. Anyway,
that's awesome, Glenn. It's really interesting because Niantic makes Ingress, which is has been one of my favorite games for the past 3 years almost, and it's essentially the same thing, except it's a lot more complicated, and you don't have to, or you have to involve the community, where Pokemon Go is all, like, you can do a lot more in the app and by yourself, but it's so much less on community. In fact, there's like no community side of the game at all. So
because people shouldn't Pokemon with each other, for one thing. And another, I mean, it's a kid thing. They don't need to really communicate that well with each other anyway. We like to keep our kids isolated from the world.
Well, the interesting thing,
and others.
The interesting thing is that Johnny and I played it while we were in Greenville, and there were like tons and tons of people just walking around playing it downtown Greenville. We sat on a street corner where nobody usually sits, and there was like 15 to 20 people like rotating in and out of sitting there with us. So no, what are the side effects of the game, Ryan? Besides they collect all your location data and
money.
Oh, sore legs. Yeah,
money.
It makes you exercise, is what he was going for.
Oh.
User complain of movement.
So, okay. Pandemic.
Any wealthy
But Johnny, I forget who Johnny was talking to, but we were like, Pokemon Go comes out for a week, and
Fitsy butts.
The obesity epidemic goes down 1% after it's been released for a week. For the first time in years. Wealthy 8-bit crusaders? What's a wealthy 8-bit crusader, Michael?
Someone who has money that's interested.
An hour-long bike ride last time. Oh, from a guy named Pancakes. Okay, whatever. Beefy. See, a lot of these people obviously like food. That's in their name.
Are those the ones complaining about walking?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the first couple anyway. Like they had some foodie names. Wealthy 8-bit crusaders.
Well, did they finally come out with this, or is this a make your own?
No, this is it's being sold. I mean, what
does this do? What does this do exactly? Let's see.
Oh, it
plays Nintendo games with.
But it's actually a Famicom, the original Famicom hardware inside of it too. So it's.
It's not one of the Famiclone systems that knocks off close enough compatibility. Blah blah blah. Generation that, for example. Okay, yeah, because I've seen a ton of like, those systems, and you can play like 8. It's like got Nintendo and Sega, and like
Yeah.
you know,
This is actually the
10 different consoles that you can play on them, and they're like $15, or $30 or something.
This works with every peripheral and game, and even it'll work with the light gun if you don't get the HDMI upgrade. There is an HDMI option for it, for obviously for newer.
It is the original Japanese Famicom.
Yeah, it's interesting how they had got a hold of parts that just had cosmetic issues, and then use them inside this.
What does it sell for?
500 plus, it says.
I mean, considering, see, that's the thing, because you can actually go on eBay and buy a used Nintendo. Many of you probably can scrounge around your homes out there and find old Nintendos in your closets or attics or what have you. So having an authentic machine can be done at a relatively low cost. Now, I think this might be cool for certain people who, um, attaching to the big screens. I mean, there's
Built from a
limitations.
3-pound solid block of aircraft grade 6061 aluminum. The heft of the metal exterior suggests it's built to last and seems to well.
I mean, when you just excuses for
already
raising the
lasted
pricing.
before you're selling it. Why use a 3-pound solid block of aircraft grade 6061 aluminum?
There's a whole lot of options out there, though, for people that want to get into this at a lower price. I'm not saying that anybody should really throw down that amount of money for something like this, but there's a couple of niche people that might. For instance, those folks that, they could get an old school Nintendo, but how are they going to hook it up to any sort of modern display? Those folks, though, can purchase devices that will make that happen, and without having to go this $500 route, and those devices are cheaper than $500, of course. And
but
there's
it's
also all the clones and stuff.
HDMI output.
Yeah, it's the 500 is the starting price, I guess.
$580. Yeah, wow. So it goes up for HDMI for every, I guess, right?
Oh, for all you people out there who want to do the floor player Nintendo games. However, I never had a floor player Nintendo game, I don't think, but for those, this supports 4 by default, I believe. It also has a few little features in there regarding like adding, I think, scan lines and to make it look more retro, even on a modern display. That's been a trend in modern gaming or 8-bit retro gaming, is to have like shaders and other things make the game look worse on a newer display to give the basic effect of an old school CRT, where there was pixel bleed and stuff like that would often make for a not so sharp image. And then, of course, there's having access to the complete RGB output of it. Make sure you have a good quality reproduction of the actual content. That's something.
Later, Eric. Have fun at your morning meeting.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, take care, Eric. Glad you joined us. Appreciate it. Peace be with you.
Lag-free authentic digital HD from NES. Gosh. Don't show Jade
He
this
says,
part.
"Oh, Michael, did you know that your Facebook ID is in the link you posted?" What link did I post? Oh God. What? No, it's not that link.
So Michael, your first response should have been, "I don't have a Facebook ID," but apparently you do, and you're worried about it being posted.
What is he referring to? Oh God, what is this? What's happening? Oh.
Sold out. 24 karat gold. What? That's just ridiculous. Oh, there's a 24 karat gold edition of the analog NT for $5,000.
Oh,
celebrating
this
the
is
gold Zelda cart.
yeah, just gold it. Yeah,
$5,000. I wonder if you have to still pay the extra 80 for the HDMI output on that one.
shipping. Yeah, I'm gonna do the $5,000 upgrade, but I'm gonna decline the $80 HDMI.
Yeah.
But remember, folks, if you get that $80 HDMI, you do lose out on Duck
Well, it's
Hunt and
fine.
any of those other light gun games.
What if you want like the monster cable, like gold-plated version of the HDMI thing? Is that $800 extra?
I'm sure you can find some way to further increase the price, but
It's a limited edition box, premium box, it says. Well, I imagine the box is premium. That'd be one of those, it's like one of those boxes you gotta save. It doesn't look premium though beside it. Looks like a takeout food box.
um,
Mm.
all right. Listen, it's
Please tell me they don't have wireless controllers, but what in the world? Really? Can't do that. Mm.
you guys don't have clients ringing you an hour
Safe.
before.
Oh, but they also have oh yeah, they have the wireless adapter. As they promote with the analog. Really?
Huh.
Glenn. As
So
he's
there's
looking at the link.
a Mac malware that tries to hook the Mac webcam up to the dark web.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's been, by the way, there was a little bit of lull, I think, in Mac malware for a little bit. I think it's made its explosion again. I've been seeing several posts in the past few weeks about Mac malware, and this is a new one that I'm hearing now. Interesting. Very interesting. Did we talk about this? Or
Oh wow! Wait, this is even better.
Barbara Streisand?
Yeah.
Mm.
Apparently, the first bullfighter
I think
or matador,
$20.
the first matadors died since 1985 on live Spanish TV.
Wow,
Trying to
they've
fight
been pretty
bull.
safe. That's a nice little safety run there.
Yeah.
Well, they got to reset the clock now. It's been 0 days since our last accident, but
Well, fatality. I'm sure they've had plenty of accidents otherwise.
oh yeah, fatality. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, this take a look at, if you didn't talk about this, take a look at this Streisand thing. It's supposed to be interesting. I haven't gone, and I guess I should try to find a write-up, but this is not the write-up. This is just the actual link. But oh, it talks more about it below. Oh yeah, it does. It talks about it below. So yeah, read up on that. That looks like an interesting little project, and it makes it very easy to kind of roll your own VPN stuff. So and Tor security. So that's kind of interesting. I haven't played with it yet, so I don't know anything about it much other than what's on that page. But take a look. Looks
Streisand natively supports creation of new servers at Amazon EC2, DigitalOcean, Compute.
Yeah, it depends upon you, doing that, but it should be relatively easy to make this. I mean, you could actually do this as a turnkey solution for your clients and your businesses out there. Too bad the Futures Crew already left, but Glenn, this is possible that you might want to offer VPN services to your family, friends, or clients. I don't know. I'll let Brantley do a deeper analysis of that to see if it's actually as good as it seems. But I can't remember who linked me or what I got that linked me to that. I'm doing that.
What's this about sending to your friends? What?
Well,
Okay.
in other words, it'll roll it so it's basically just it'll spit out the information that you need to get it set up and running for your friends or whatever. Or at least that was my
Why
take
don't
on it.
they do
Anyway.
it themselves? Why do they need you? Is what I'm saying.
Well,
Or just, I guess, is just the point that you can use a lot of.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't think every consumer is going to want to go through setting up Amazon and do all the things on the back end that
So
might be
set up
necessary.
is quick and easy and takes 10 minutes and
Yeah,
that's
I don't know. Okay, well, yeah, you're right then. I mean, maybe they should just be going directly to it and cut out the man in the middle. Uh, I don't know. I was thinking though that could be of value to, the
Yeah.
businesses out there that use our software. So I don't know, but maybe
Oh, yeah.
look
Let's
into it
see.
further. But listen, it's a little bit past 9, and I really do want to get this finger looked at. It's not make me feel very well. So,
Yeah, get lost.
let me do that, and you guys have fun. I'll see you right afterwards.
Yeah, get that pecking finger fixed,
Well-
okay, and then get back to work.
Yeah.
Did you end the show?
I'm doing that now. If you guys want to say
Okay.
goodbye to everyone. Bye, internet.
Bye, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bye,
at 10 a.m.
everyone.
Peace. And by the way, there was no YouTube today because there wasn't one
Yeah,
scheduled.
that was my fault.
Yeah. All right. Peace.